Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Pick a Pile reading. So you're going to pick a pile for this week. I've chosen 3 oracle card decks for this week's reading. And this reading is for the week of April 8th till roughly the 15th or so of April 2025. You know what to do. Choose your favorite pile. Once you've made your choice, you can click on the timestamps below to fast forward to your reading. I would also like to mention, if you would like to check out my Etsy shops, my first shop is Crown Lotus, which features my jewelry, my handmade jewelry, and my oracle card deck, which is Color Goddess Casting Cards. It's on sale right now, as is my jewelry. That shop is called Crown Lotus. And my second shop features my artwork. I've only got a couple of things listed there, but I'm not a photographer. I'm an artist, so I haven't taken all kinds of photos yet. But that shop is called Art by Renee, Renanne, and those links will be below. So check those out if you're into jewelry, oracle card decks, or artwork. Okay, so click the timestamp below, fast forward to your reading. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great week. Hello, Group 1. Let's take a look at your first oracle card. So for you, we have Letting Go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can softly let go. So that's the first message for you, Group 1. And next we have Orchid Goddess with a message of rare, uncommon, and unique. This is a card that honors your own uniqueness, or you doing something a different way or thinking in a different way and being proud of that, whatever it may be. Could be self-expression, could just be your opinion in some area of life. And thirdly, we have number 10, Road Less Traveled. This message is for you to consider taking the road less traveled. Consider maybe taking a little bit of a risk if your heart's in it, right? And we've got the tarot deck. This is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot, which I've altered. But while I'm shuffling, I'll look at these oracle cards. Obviously, the purple color stands out to me the most. The first 2 cards are different shades of purple or orchid. So I would say utilize that color in your week, whether it's purple stones, artwork, foods, clothing, jewelry, etc. Some good stones would be, there's some really pretty imperial jaspers that are dyed a lovely purple. Also, of course, there's amethyst, there's sugilite. What's the other one? Trying to think of the third. Maybe I'll think of it later. But purple stones, anything purple would definitely benefit you. We've got you letting go of control, essentially. I'm getting kind of a feeling of, all 3 images, they have something on their heads, right? They're all human or humanoid figures. They're all wearing like a hat. And they're all different. So I feel like that's a message for you to remind you that you can wear different hats for different occasions. You can do multiple things if you want to. And even when you're doing so, you don't have to be in control of every little aspect. If you are, if you're into art, but you're also really good at math, and then you're, maybe good with interpersonal skills, maybe you wanted to be doing 3 different things or have 3 different types of jobs or ways of making income. You don't have to just lump it all into one thing, okay? And that kind of makes sense with the third card being taking the road less traveled. Well, not everybody can do that. Not everybody can juggle like 3 passions at once. But maybe you can, Group 1. Think about it. Or maybe you want to do 2 things and slowly start or begin a third thing kind of on the sidelines for when you're ready to quit the first thing. Okay? So let's see what the tarot can tell you about your week. We have Page of Cups, 5 of Coins, the Sun right in the middle. I love that. 6 of Blades or Swords, and the 2 of Blades. or swords. Okay. All right, so let me draw on that. Whoops. Knight of Cups. There's definitely an offer coming to you. There's some kind of an offer coming to you that it's something that you're passionate about. It's very sincere. It might have something to do with making money. It wouldn't make a lot of money. It might involve some kind of investment where you're a little bit worried about money. But the point is, what I was saying earlier as well, to echo that, is that if your heart's in it, yeah, maybe you'll start in a negative as far as finances go, but it slowly grows over time. And that's where the sun comes in. I feel like this is the outcome of this offer being accepted by you, okay? You investing your money and your time into it. It pays off later is what I'm getting with that. We also have the 5 of blades or swords. There's 3 swords here at the end that can often point to some kind of, well, we've got the 2. So it's a choice. It's a tough choice you have to make. What are you choosing between? Page of Wands we've got, and the 3. So maybe you are choosing between going to the next level, moving up to the next level in your career, or starting something completely fresh from the bottom up, from the ground up. I feel like, again, it's all kind of echoing what I was talking about with the oracle cards. You're reaching a point of change, group 1, but it has to be facilitated by your decisions and your actions, okay? It is absolutely going to lead to your financial gain or comfort. You'll be financially comfortable, okay? Whatever you're choosing to do here, as long as you trust yourself and you go with your heart. You don't go with your fears. You don't let your fears stop you from getting to this point. Because for you, maybe your fear is letting go of control. You know, if you are doing 2 or 3 things at once, it is impossible to have control of every situation. I mean, in any case, even if you're doing one thing, you have to let go of some control. You have to trust your rare view, your unique ideas, okay, your uncommon vision, whatever that might be. You need to trust it and go with it. And you don't have to be the person you've been up until this point. You don't have to keep doing what you've been doing up until this point. This is a big shift for you. You are changing hats. You're putting on a new hat, okay? Maybe a couple new hats. You're bored with the one you've been wearing and it's time for something new. Again, the warning to not let your fears take over. Don't distrust what is presented to you as some kind of an offer or an opportunity. It might not be an offer from someone. It might be an opportunity that kind of falls in your lap, okay? And it might be risky, but maybe in this instance, you are supposed to take that road less traveled. There is quite a bit of that purple here still. The second most common color that I'm seeing is reddish brown. That's foundational. That is the color of building a foundation, starting at the soil, at the underground or at the ground. So that's a theme of your week. And then the purple has to do with that crown chakra, and that's your trust. That's your faith. That's your giving it up to God and trusting that God, the Almighty Supreme Being, is going to allow you to manifest what you want and what you need, and is going to facilitate your fate in a way that serves you best. So hopefully this makes sense. But utilize those 2 colors, brownish red, an earthy brown red, and then that lovely purple this week, okay? And right in the middle, we've got the sun. And that is your glow. That's your glory, is being your unique self, is doing what hasn't been done, being innovative, your unique way of thinking. Bye. Hello, Group 2. Let's take a look at your first oracle card for this week. For you, we have courage. Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. Okay? It's all about courage and taking the steps that are presented to you or offered to you. Next, we have Sky Goddess with a message of faith, flight, and limitlessness. This is all about you and knowing that you are limitless. Your powers, your desires, your passion, your goals can be limitless at this time. You have a lot of personal power, and it reminds you to have faith in this, whatever this is. And thirdly, we have Make a Wish, number 25. Wow, so you have a wish coming true. So colors, blue to purple. We've got a range here, light blue to dark blue or indigo to purple. That tells me that you are utilizing faith. You are utilizing your logical brain as well as your intuition. You are relying on God to show you the way, to help you to manifest these wishes in the future, in the near future. And also, have the courage to believe that your wish can come true, or wishes. I feel like for most of you, it's one particular wish because we're just looking at a week here, right? Like 7 days, roughly 7 days. So there's a particular thing you want to happen or do or feel or achieve this week. And obviously the message is, if you have the courage to do it, if you have the faith in this thing, whatever it is, this wish will come true. So let's see what your tarot can tell us. Group 2. The Sun is your first card. Love it. Got Knight of Cups. We've got the Devil right in the middle. King of Blades or Swords. Oops. And the 9 of Blades or Swords. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the first few cards. We've got the Sun, joy, family, happiness, and the Star. Look at that. We've got stars here. We've got the Star card, which can be a wish card. It can also foretell notoriety, fame, great success right on top of the Sun that is promising this. And coming up first, it could be happening right now, early this week. It's happening quickly, right? The Knight of Cups, what does that have to do with? We've got the Hierophant and the 8. Okay, so this is some kind of an offer. Excuse me. It could be an offer. I feel like for most of you, this is you pursuing some kind of work or trade that you love. And you're the type who maybe likes to stick with a schedule, or you have some kind of a regimen or a plan, or you like to do something, in this instance, this task or this project or creative endeavor, whatever. You're sticking to a routine, right? And that's going to be part of your success, to stick to your routine. Do it the way you've been doing it, and it's going to turn out great. Keep with that, what is it? What's the word? Procedure, right? Keep with that method of work. Work isn't changing a whole lot here. You've already been striving for this thing, this wish, whatever this is, this goal. So keep on keeping on is the message here. But there is a big success here. There's a win. And then there's a message about, well, just keep going, keep rising, keep trying. You've reached one goal. Maybe there's another you're striving for. The Devil can be a warning. It can be a fear. It can be a number of things. Let's take a look. So we've got Temperance. There's definitely an imbalance here. And the Fool. Okay. Do not foolishly take risks. Kind of the opposite of what I told to Group 1. Your message is to not take big risks this week, okay? It isn't the week to take huge risks. It's the week to do things the way they've been done, the way you've been doing them. Okay? And let's take a look at the first card again. Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. See, the steps are shown to you. You are not stepping off a path here, haphazardly. You're not being wayward here. You're being shown the straightest shot, the straightest path, the quickest way to get to this next goal. Okay? So don't veer from that. Don't be tempted to veer from this path. King of Swords, Nine of Swords. Let's take a look at those. We've got the Hermit. We've got the Queen of Cups. Okay. Your worst enemy this week is your anxiety, your fear, your worry. You're highly emotional. You're perhaps somewhat intuitive. You might even be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or you have a water moon sign. But your worst enemy this week is your emotions. Your best friend is your logical brain. So I would say turn up the volume on your intellect, on your logic, on your wisdom and knowledge. And, use your intuition. But I think first and foremost for you with all these cards is to use your mind. You are aware of what's right. You're aware of the correct way to do it. You're aware of what logically makes the most sense. And just trust that. Go with that, okay? You're very, very powerful this week. You have a lot of personal power. But again, your power lies in your smarts, your intelligence. That's where your power lies this week. Let's draw a few more cards. See what else I have to tell you. Anything else? Judgment. Okay. And the Knight of Swords. Okay. All right, interesting. I feel that that's kind of telling us that once you make your decision, boom, you're out of the gate. You're free to do what you want to do in a fast manner. You can be fast and furious once you know exactly what to do, right? But you're not rushing into something haphazardly without thinking it through. So think things through. Use your intellect with your intuition this week. Know you are very gifted intellectually, especially this week, and you need to utilize that. Do things the way that it makes sense, that they make sense to do to you. Do them in a way that makes sense. Be very logical. Break things down into steps. And again, a big goal being reached early on. The message is to keep on going. You've got this other goal you're going to reach, but don't let temptation distract you from your path, that direct path. Your eyes are on the prize. Just, keep moving forward, forward, forward. Don't veer. Don't take willy-nilly risks. All right, group 2? And blue is your color. Blue, blue, blue. Light blue to dark blue to an indigo. Utilize all those colors this week. Bye. Hello, group 3. Let's take a look at your first oracle card for this week's reading. For you, we have reframe. This is happening for me, not to me. Okay? So reframe your way of thinking about something. It's happening for you, not to you. And next, we have Sapphire Goddess with a message of knowledge, learning, and organization. It's also the sign of Taurus. It's all about your intellect, your knowledge, your wisdom, your logic. And then thirdly, we have number 41, pull yourself together. Pull yourself together. Okay. Pretty straight messages there. Knowing that something's happening for you and not to you, pulling yourself together and figuring something out, using your wisdom, becoming organized, pulling yourself together, organizing. I feel like that's going to be a theme for you this week. I get the image of, a tornado like coming through a room and there's furniture and everything's off the walls and the room is in disarray and it's just a mess. And this is the week to clean things up and to put things back together, to put things where they belong. So this is the week after the chaos. There's some kind of chaos I feel that you're coming out of, and you feel like it happened to you, but maybe it happened for you because maybe you're reorganizing and switching things up a little bit. You're going to get rid of what you don't need, like cleaning house, like cleaning a messy room. As you're putting things away, you're going to take a look at every little thing. Do I need this anymore? What is this? Is this serving me in any way? Is this useful in any way? And you're going to be getting rid of the clutter. So that's going to be your theme, group 3, for this week. And we've got blue and green and turquoise, which is blue-green. So blue and green and combinations of blue and green, turquoise, teal, etc. are going to be your colors this week. And those blues are the colors of the throat chakra. That's creativity, self-expression, speaking your truth, and also the third eye chakra. You can see it here. But in this case, it's the thinking brain, the logical, the intellect, rather than the intuition, kind of like group 2s. Okay, let's see what we get for you with the tarot. Look at that, the Hermit. Absolutely, going within or learning something new, possibly. We've got the 8 of Cups. We've got 10 of Blades or Swords. We've got 3 of Coins. And the 4 of Blades or Swords. So, okay, let me see here. All right. 8 of Wands. Okay, so there is going to be success for you, group 3, in an area that you've recently been studying or mastering. There's going to be a level of success that shows up for you this week. And I feel that you're slowly but surely, you're leaving the past behind you, in a sense that, like, if you're climbing a ladder to a position of success or power or whatever it might be, you're not looking behind you, because that can be dangerous, right? If you're climbing a ladder, you don't want to look behind you. You want to look up. You want to look forward. You want to look at your next step. That's what you're doing here. You're slowly moving forward. You're not looking back. You're building something new. There's something new happening here because of the destruction. And it's because of the chaos or the end or the loss of something. Like, looking at this, okay, she's super excited because she sold her house. You could lament that, oh my gosh, you could look at this 2 ways rather. Could be someone, the bank foreclosed on your home because you couldn't afford the payments. You're losing your house. But I think in this instance, it's a gain. This change is a good thing because you're moving on to something that's better for you and maybe your family. Okay? So this loss of a house, this move, whatever it might be, that's just symbolic. I mean, it could be literal. But this change, this shift, this giving up of something or selling something is absolutely a good thing. It's making room for better things for you. You're moving forward. You're picking up the pieces. You're moving forward. It's the end of something. But it's a good thing. This death is a good thing. And around the death, we've got all these swords. It's the end of fear, anxiety, worry. Okay? You might have your house up for sale, literally. This would mean it's the end of your financial worries about that. You might sell your house this week. Could be something that monumental. For most of you, it's probably something a little bit smaller. But whatever change is occurring here, after you're picking up the pieces and cleaning things up and not playing the victim, whatever positive change is happening here, it's going to make a huge difference in your life, and you're going to be able to move forward, and you're not looking back. Okay? We've got 3 of Coins. Yeah, the Tower. So know that with whatever just happened to you, this chaos, this Tower moment, whatever, you've got people around you who are helping you. And again, for you to move forward, you have to be like the Queen of Blades, the Queen of Swords. You're using your intellect. You are figuring out how to solve the problem to where you're going to feel secure, safe, and happy in your future. You're getting rid of the waste. You're getting rid of what you don't need. We have 4 of blades. Let's look at that. Yeah, here's the end result, is the Ace of Coins. Financial security, it's also a new beginning. It's also a payoff, money coming to you, like a large sum. Let me draw a few more cards. Look at that, and we've got the 10. That's echoing the ace there. Echoing the ace. There is a big payoff here at the very end. You've been through the chaos. You've had your tower moment. It's the end of the struggle. It's the end of the clutter, the chaos, the mess. You're picking up the pieces. You're figuring it out. Maybe you're learning a new way to deal with your finances. Maybe you're not a financial whiz. I am not a financial whiz. Maybe, like me, you would want to learn a little bit more about investing and things like that in order to safeguard your future financially. Or you need to learn something in order to sell a large item like a house or a car or a boat or property or whatever. And this is the week you're figuring it out. This is the week that you're moving on. You're cleaning things up, sorting through clutter, getting rid of what you don't want and need, which might include a home, property, a car, a boat, a motorcycle, whatever. You're getting rid of it. And it's paying off in some way. There is financial gain here in the near future and in the further future. So that's what you have to look forward to. And pay attention to those blues and greens this week, Group 3. Bye.